Action is being taken in a different dimension, still on justice for Mohbad. Well, if you've been subscribed to this channel, you probably must have gotten updates and you know where we are on justice for Mohbad. But now, right now, in case you're just coming across this channel, kindly tap on the subscribe button so you don't miss out on the bombshell updates. This time around, Mohbad's father is taking steps. And you know, it is not possible to take steps without the support of people like you. If we had kept quiet all this while, I'm sure that by now, justice for Mohbad would have been swept under the carpet and we would have birthed or given birth or baptized certain people who will continue in the same footstep of Wunmi. Their job and their work is to RIP anybody, bring in illegitimate children and place it on that person's estate. Place it. And in fact, you know what they do? They can even create some fake will, put thumbprint of the disease on it and claim that, well, the person signed all documents in his life, but this time around decided to use his thumbprint to get this one done. Does it make sense? Well, you're about to hear some deep. In fact, this is unbelievable. This is unbelievable. Elegusi has been fingered in the demise and also DNA. Evidence of this has not been presented enough to convince people that Elegusi is really directly or indirectly connected to these things. But this update will shock you. This update will blow your mind. There was a time that Elegusi was told to come out to debunk all these allegations. What he said in response to chiefs and well-wishers of Yoruba land, what he told them is unbelievable. Maybe his special advisor had told him to go about it this way so that they can also make money or tarnish his image. I don't know. But the step that he took, he has reasons for it. Or maybe he's just worried about debunking it. Maybe it is something that he does not want to publicly talk about. His response is petitioning those that he thinks or he believes are behind this "I am the father of Liam." Well, I don't want to bore you guys. I want you to listen to this one. And we will be breaking it down, analyzing it as we do. I've
told you, until we get justice, I'm not relenting. I am not relenting. If you like, and your flag along, I am not relenting. Because this is a lovely, educative chat, an eye-opening chat for parents, for ladies, for men. So why are you flagging? Allow us, this is my cyberspace. I'm not trespassing. If it is, have you ever seen me? Because shenanigans, nonsense, now, she go boy you pay Obaleki o lo competition. She rántí tí mo fi bọ́ta tí mo fi ṣe chat fún ní ìjẹta. She ń gbọ́ mi. Ẹ jẹ́ kí n sọ reason tó fi lọ competition. Immediately Obaleki rí pé a ti change lawyer ta fẹ́ lò. She ń gbọ́ mi. Ó mọ̀ pé Senior Advocate of Nigeria Wahab Shitu, ó mọ̀ pé no nonsense son ni. No nonsense son. I know many people have a price. Be Baba Fala, they have a price. But I'm telling you this evening, Wahab Shitu is priceless. Wahab Shitu is priceless. Go and check his antecedents. he is up to the task. And I bless God to everybody contributing towards that cause. Ni gbe omo sin. Bó ṣe lè wù kẹ́ pẹ́ láyé tó, ni mo sáré ọmọ. Gbogbo ẹ̀yin tẹ́ ń dá sí cause yẹn, ni mo sáré ọmọ. Ni gbe omo sin. Ṣé wá rí gbogbo ẹ̀yin anti GoFundMe tá ṣe fún bàbá yẹn. Bí nǹkan tó ju bàbá rí pẹ̀lú Mohbad, ojú gbogbo yín máa rí pátá. Àìdópin ìfẹ́ mọ bẹ́ ṣe jẹ́. Gbogbo ẹ̀yin anti GoFundMe, ojú gbogbo yín máa rí pátá. Ṣé roboju mọ́ bàbá Mohbad ni kò gboko mọ́ sí. Tí bàbá Mohbad bá jí olówó, ṣó máa tọ̀ wá ni. Ṣó máa wá tọrọ owó ni. Nǹkan tó jẹ́ kí gbogbo family kó mú owó, kó sowọ́pọ̀, kó fi wá nǹkan tó pa Mohbad. Wọ́n fi bàbá yẹn sílẹ̀ kó lọ máa dá ṣe. Bàbá yẹn dẹ̀ sọ pé òun wá justice, olórí burúkú yìí, ẹ sọ pé ó fẹ́ kówó jẹ ni. Kí ló kàn mí kàn pẹ̀sí màtá? Kí ló kàn mí pé ó fẹ́ kówó jẹ? Bá kówó jẹ kémi ṣáà ti rí justice. Mo dẹ̀ ti sọ fún yín, that was then. Now my name is in the GoFundMe. Transparency. Òun ni watch word tèmi. Títí the last penny. Tẹ́ bá san. I am accountable for everything. I am accountable for it. Mo ní tó bá ṣe jẹ́ pé any accusation, ẹ jẹ́ ká fi sílẹ̀. Let's focus. I believe Mohbad, wọ́n pa Mohbad. Wọ́n cut life at church ni. Wọ́n dẹ́ni ẹlẹ́gbọ̀dọ̀ ni. I stand in what I believe in. Go and check my history. Now I get in shocking. Ìgbà tí gbogbo Buhari yẹn lọ, wọ́n pe Ọba Lẹ́kì. Wọ́n ní ṣé bó ṣe ń borúkọ àfíndé ṣó dání. Wọ́n ní ẹjọ́, ẹ lọ debunk kíní yìí. Ẹ mọ̀ kan tó Ọba Lẹ́kì sọ. Mi sọ̀rọ̀ rí. Ọba Lẹ́kì sọ pé paper ò tí gbé. Ó ní tí paper bá gbé lòun máa lọ debunk ẹ̀. Ó ti sọ̀rọ̀ ẹ̀sìn àti lé lóṣù mẹ́ta. Only two people back there, lo ma not debunk. I'm telling you this for free. This is not a big belief. Ele yo se pe mo package. And up pe, wọ́n boruko àfin ló kú kọjá. Wọ́n ní ẹ lọ debunk nǹkan tó ń sọ yìí. Gbogbo internet, Ọba Lẹ́kì ló no mo. Ọba, wọ́n ní kíni yìí dojú ta wọn òṣàlẹ̀. Ó ní òun ò tí lè ṣe kọ́kọ́. Ó ní until tí paper bá gbé. Paper ò dẹ̀ gbé lóòótọ́. Now, I'm going to competition to fin disclaimer. And Ọba Lẹ́kì eleke puff puff. That is not a proper disclaimer. We don't want disclaimer from Sahara Reporter. And we don't want disclaimer from Punch. Those two papers, they have no credibility. They can be easily bribed. We don't want your debunking on Sahara and Punch. They have no credibility. They can be easily bought. They can be given peanuts to write what the society wants to read. Am I communicating? If you really know, to ba mo epo fe debunk. O le fọwọ́ gbàyà pé odo Wunmi rí. O le fọwọ́ gbàyà pé atoto e kò di ọmọ tó wà lọ́wọ́ Wunmi rí. Ìwọ bá wa gbé gbogbo nǹkan tó bá believe in. Fi àwọn alálẹ̀ bó ṣe jẹ́ pé àwọn alálẹ̀ ò ṣiṣẹ́. Gbogbo àwọn alálẹ̀ chicken and chips ni wọ́n. Fi gbogbo nǹkan tó bá believe in Ọba Lẹ́kì, fi búra pé tó bá jẹ́ pé o gbọ́mọ yẹn sùn rí, àbí tó bá jẹ́ pé o rí rí, o lè sọ. Ìtorí ẹ̀ ló ṣe sọ pé ìwọ kọ́ ló lọ́mọ. Sọ pé ìwọ kọ́ ló lọ́mọ sí. Ìwọ sọ pé èmi kọ́ ni mo lọ́mọ mi ìdẹ̀rí ọmọ yìí rí. O lè sọ náà. Tani bàbá baby. Tani bàbá baby. Abẹ́ ẹ̀gbọ́n mi. Now, ìgbà tó sọ fún pé kó lọ debunk, ó lóun ò lè debunk. Ó ní torí pé àwọn paper ò tí gbé. Ṣé ń gbọ́? Immediately bó ṣe rí pé a ti lọ gba Wahab Shitu. Gbogbo wọn dẹ̀ mọ̀ antecedent Sam tá ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ gbà yẹn. Gbogbo wọn mọ̀ antecedent yẹn. Ṣé ń gbọ́ mi? Ìtorí ẹ̀ ló ṣe lọ wá wọ̀rọ̀ kò fi ṣàdá tó fi sáré lọ ṣe nǹkan tó ṣe yẹn. Because kó má yà yín lẹ́nu. Tí orúkọ ẹ̀ bá wà nínú petition yẹn, kó má yà yín lẹ́nu pé òun gan ó ń gbé orí Adébọ̀ ní corona inquest. I'm telling you for free now. Ọba Lẹ́kì lọ prepare àwọn team ẹ. Má lo lawyer mi o. Láyé Wasabi ni lawyer tèmi. Má lo Wasabi fún Wasabi. Èmi ni Wasabi ṣiṣẹ́ fún. Ọba Lẹ́kì, go and prepare yourself. Tí ẹ̀sùn bá kún ẹ tó rúkọ ẹ bá dẹ̀ wà ní petition, you are coming to corona inquest. I'm telling you for free now. I am telling you for free. Ṣé ń gbọ́ mi? Ó ti mọ capability Wahab Shitu ló ṣe sáré lọ kọ kíní yẹn because tó bá bí eventually pé ìgbà tó ń sọ pé owó kíní ẹsẹ̀ wo lẹ gbé ṣé gbọ́ mi ó mọ̀ pé òun ò lẹ́tọ̀ọ́ láti ignore wọ́n dẹ̀ máa sọ pé petition ti kọ orúkọ yín síbẹ̀ ẹ wá clear ara yín nǹkan tó ṣe sáré lọ tó ń sáré kìtìkìtì kàtàkàtà tó lọ ń bá àwọn pépà tó fi ń nùdí tó fi ń jẹ sóyà tó ní credibility kankan bó ṣe wọn kó kéré mọ́ ni àbí kan tí mo sọ yẹ yín ọba lẹ́kí mo challenge ẹ sọ pé rọ́ ni mo pa ìtọ́wọ́ gbọ́wọ́ Wahab Shittu ló ṣe sáré kiri náà and we are not backing down we are not to all Nigerians supporting that cause to get Wahab Shittu senior advocate of Nigeria God bless you all Mohbad kan ló ní ọmọ wọn mi ṣe wáyé gbogbo yìí tẹ́fẹ́ máa fọ́ọ̀sì Liam mọ́ wa láyà pé Mohbad ló ní bó ṣe máa gbé ọmọ àlè wá ká yín mọ́lé nìyẹn bọ́kọ yín ṣe máa bí ọmọ àlè síta nìyẹn ìwọ obìnrin bí ìwọ ọkùnrin tó ń support ẹ bí ìyàwó ẹ ṣe máa gbé ọmọ àlè wá fún ẹ nìyẹn ẹ má fọ́ọ̀sì ẹ̀ sí wa lójú ṣé gbọ́ mi don't put that boy in our face gbogbo wa la ní sense of seeing things Mohbad kọ́ ló lọ́mọ yẹn stop deceiving people stop deceiving yourself tó bá jẹ́ Mohbad ni Wunmi àṣànà àwa wí tó wọ́n sọ pé òru Wunmi máa ru ẹjẹ́ sọ nǹkan méjì tó fi máa ru ó pa Mohbad ó lọ́wọ́ nínú àwọn tọ́jọ́ pa Mohbad ó ti rò bí pé bó ṣe máa ń fìyà jẹ Mohbad tí ò ní èèyàn kankan Mohbad ò léèyàn ṣùgbọ́n ó ní Ọlọ́run bàbá Mohbad ò léèyàn ó ní Ọlọ́run ó dẹ̀ ní àwa good followers that support the cause. Waiting be this one like this too many things many things oh I dey be name feel like say and I see too many things Imole I pretend say I no see. He saw a lot of things. But because Mohbad was living in a toxic relationship, Monday to Sunday, ni Wunmi fi ń bàjà. Our maltreating ọmọ yẹn. Sori bí life little cash ṣe bàjẹ́, máa bá yí ẹ jẹ́ jù bẹ́ẹ̀ lọ. Wunmi, bọ́ síta kó sọ pé rọ́ ni mo pa. Sori bí ayé little flush àbí kí lẹ́yìn pé sori bí ayé ẹ̀ ṣe bàjẹ́ máa bá every time tó wà tí Mohbad bá ti ń jà nǹkan tó máa ń ṣe fún nìyẹn ó máa láyé Mohbad máa bàjẹ́ báyé little flush ṣe bàjẹ́ ẹ wá sọ fún mi ẹ̀yin tẹ́ ń wò mí Mohbad ó ń bọ̀ láti Àkìtàn ó ń bọ̀ from the trenches ó ti tọ́ owó wò ta ló máa wá gbà kí ẹni obìnrin wá báyé òun jẹ́ so gbogbo nǹkan tó ń ṣe fún Mohbad ń gbà sára ṣùgbọ́n Mohbad fi ń kọrin it is I know they see too many things Imole many things oh it is I know they see but I they see Imole many things ó jẹ́ kí n play orin yẹn fún yín bí ni ṣùgbọ́n Facebook máa mú page wá lẹ́ni prime boy sọ only saw a lot of things. Only but he couldn't talk. That is why he goes on in his studio, you know, to talk about it. And the matter with Baba Mohbad is talking kan. Only but ọmọ mi ti ń dàgbà tó ti ń kọrin. Mo sọ fún pé gbogbo nǹkan tí wọ́n bá fi ń kọrin láyé gbogbo nǹkan tó bá ń ṣe olórin ló máa ń fi sínú orin. Am I communicating? Mohbad got confirmed nínú last interview tó ṣe. Only who taught you how to sing? Gbogbo ẹ̀yin tẹ́ support me. Ní gbélé ayé ṣe ohun rere. Ọmọ yín máa fò ṣọ́lé ó máa kú mọ́ yín lójú ni. Only my father taught me how to sing. And my father told me pé gbogbo orin tí bá ti ń kọ anything tó bá ń ṣe mí láyé kí ló máa fi ṣe orin. Wunmi has been stepping on Mohbad. Ó ń ṣe yamayama. Wunmi never loved Mohbad. Wunmi ò love Mohbad látàárọ̀ dalẹ́.
Welcome back. As you all can see, all road leads back to Oba Elegusi. All roads lead back to Oba Elegusi. That's it. All roads lead back to him. Well, they want him to issue a disclaimer, and I think the king does not want to bow to the whims, and maybe he believes that he has a right to stay in the state of mind that he is. Because I cannot say that Oba Elegusi does not have access to social media. I see him as a young man who will have access to internet and will also be someone who likes to see what's happening on social media. I see him as someone who like Instagram. I see him as someone who want to do all of this. So just imagine that you open your handle and the next thing you see is this strange connection between yourself and one lady called Cynthia or Wunmi. Now let us assume that Elegusi does not have anything or has never had anything to do, anything at all to do whatsoever with Wunmi. But if you look at this, talk right, left and center, I don't know how he feels. So I think he took too long to address some of these things. It took too long, and it's not really that he has addressed it as people expect him to address it. And also, we had advised the king to do the needful, but maybe his advisors, special advisor. I know we are not his special advisor. We are just advisors. We've advised him to do the needful. Issue a disclaimer. This disclaimer will be on record. So if later, which will not be our business, it's just that people will now conclude, people will now be like, and if the king is to issue a disclaimer, and he's a king, he's not like any other person, it could lead to certain tussle later in the future. If that child wants to be king, they'll be like, your father said you are not illegitimate, although DNA can be now presented then, but you guys know what I mean. Is it pride? Is it pride? Or the king is just not ready to own up? Is it pride? Like, no, until the Nigerian newspaper, the dailies, carry this story. Until then, I will not in any way do anything. Now, voices are getting louder. People are frustrated. They want the king to say, that child does not belong to me. I have no business with Wunmi. And I don't know, I know it is important because this is sensitive. There are certain things that you don't care about, certain things that you don't want to talk about it or bother about it. It's like, it's inconsequential. Yeah. But it gets to a point. If people came up with Elegusi, his name, just like that, maybe. But because of the connection with Sam Larry, in fact, people came up with this story this way. They said, Oba Elegusi got a visit from Sam Larry and alongside brought Wunmi as a gift. They said, what will you give to a king that is rich, that cannot go on the street searching for girls, ladies, that cannot go on social media sliding into one person's DM or the other? The only thing you can do is to procure women. Procure women. That is the only gift that you can give to someone like Oba Elegusi. That's what they said. That Sam Larry, who wants to be on the good side of the king, having been given the opportunity to be the toll collector at one of the beach owned by the palace. So the only thing he can provide the king is women. And the wife of the king, the first wife, Sekinat, said that the king is a lover of women. That in fact, he should be crowned the second, he should be given the second crown, king of women. That he likes women a lot. He likes Women is like, I don't know. So people came up with this and they said lots of things. The king, well, he didn't really care. He said, until it is on any of the national dailies, not until then, I will not take action, because it would demean to, it would be disrespectful that I'm responding to social media. The thing is this, social media is powerful. Social media can either make you or the opposite. It can unmake you. It can marry you. It can break you. It can crush you. Social media does what they call seeding, meaning it will keep on giving birth to children and they don't die. They keep on and on. Maybe the quality of image might be, but now, you know, we've come to a point where image, the quality of it is HD, high definition. So the pictures will remain there, sharp. The stories will remain there. Well, I had suggested that the king address this same way he addressed the Sam Larry thing, although on one of the online platforms, Sahara Reporters, the media representative of the king had addressed this, saying that I have no business with Mohbad, Ilerioluwa Promise Aloba, and also the king is surprised that the wife of Mohbad had been my God. So when we read all of this on Sahara Reporters, people said, no, this is not enough. This is not what we want. And they quickly said that the king did not disclaim Liam, the alleged child of Mohbad. That the king did not disclaim that part of it. The thing is this, the king does not need to disclaim the little boy. He's a minor. He doesn't need to disclaim. If I don't know the mother, how can I have business with the child? That's common sense. But pressure is being mounted on the king, and he felt the way to handle this is to give this to a media. Let it be that the media is the one working on it and putting out this and that about whatever. The king doesn't want to directly connect himself. He doesn't want any record traced to him, because the king saying anything about this will sort of create I mean, okay, I will say two things that I think he might be thinking. One, if he's to respond, it will be like social media is so powerful, and they compelled him. That this has not come from any of the national dailies. I don't know if there is going to be any national dailies that want to talk about this, because in Nigeria, oh my God, in Nigeria, if any daily is to do this, most of them are connected to themselves. So it's going to be difficult. So what I'm thinking, the second thing is that the king does not want to give legitimacy to this baby thing. That's it. He doesn't want to give legitimacy to it by connecting it to himself, putting it on his social media handle, or allowing the letterhead of the palace. He doesn't want any of that, like how he did at the first. So he doesn't want to, give that legitimacy to it. He doesn't want to do that. He doesn't want to do that. He doesn't want to connect himself that way. That's what I'm thinking. So he said, oh, this is nothing, but it is something. That's what the king needs to understand. It is something. This is more than arresting some couple of people in the hope that it will stop. You can't stop this one. How many people are you going to arrest? You think people are now so afraid or cowards? No, things have changed. Maybe the king is not looking at what the time is now. Things have changed. Things have changed. This is the generation of revolution now. NSARS now. I mean, you can arrest some couple of people here and there. The more you arrest, the more this wildfire keeps burning. Either for good or bad. Either you are connected to it or not. Either it is you or not. It will continue burning. So the best is for you to address it officially. It doesn't matter what anyone is to say later. But do the needful. Address it officially. If you want to use your media rep, it's okay, like how you have done, but make sure you do it properly. You do it properly. Do it properly. Let it be on record that you are going to be very harsh on whoever tries to defame you this way, that way. You know, make it. You can still say what you want to say whilst warning whoever that are spreading this unsavory story about you, but still touch on the important part of it. That's my own suggestion on this thing. If not, well, I don't know. It's not going to end. It's not going to stop. It's not going to stop, and people are still suspicious. They are still suspicious about it. They believe strongly that there is a connection between you, Liam, Wunmi. They believe strongly that Sam Larry was the bully that you sent to torture Mohbad. Maybe to leave Wunmi by herself or something. I don't know what this is really all about. I don't really know. And Wunmi has made it more difficult, extremely difficult, with the way she stood against having that little boy paternity confirmed. So, adding one and one together, people are coming up with numbers. And you, the king, you have more to lose. Your image is more important than that Wunmi. I know that Wunmi, she's a serpent. She's a serpent. But we cannot remove that doubt out of it. That is why it is essential. It is important. In fact, people are now saying that you should come and get DNA done, which is not acceptable by law. But as it is right now, people are ready to tear anything apart. People are angry. People are angry. Gone are those days that one religious leader or one monarch or any of these, people are ready to face anything and face anybody. That is the truth of it. So it will be better for the sake of tomorrow. It will be better for the king to step up and do the needful.